Welcome to session 2 of our theme and variation projects. Today we'll be looking at rhythm, and hopefully you're nicely warmed up with the group body percussion you did as a warm-up. Before we jump in, I want to remind you of a golden rule in composition and songwriting. Less is more. Imagine if you put all your favourite foods on the same plate. Pizza, ice cream, curry, fish pie, all on the same plate. You wouldn't be able to taste anything. It's the same with music. The less there is, the more the flavour of each drum beat or note or instrument comes out. Remember this throughout the project. Okay, let's go.
Open up your live loop set from last week, there's mine, and create a new instrument. Press the plus there and instruments. We're going to choose the drums. That's not the SmartDrums, not the drummer, but the drums. And you can see here we've got all the drums laid out in a sort of drum machine format, but we actually want to get a normal drum kit. So I'm going to press on the name of the drums, and I'm going to change it over to the classic studio kit, and there it is. Now if we press the help menu in the top right hand corner, we can see that there's the name of each drum, but also all the different ways that you can play it. For example, there are 3 sounds on the hi-hat. And we can also use 2 fingers to play repeating notes on each drum. And you can see it gets faster as I move my fingers out. So we're going to use that properly in a minute, but first we're going to change the length of the loop from 8 bars down to 2 bars. You might remember from last week, we press in the top right hand corner and reduce the amount of bars to 2. Tap away. So we're going to record in the claps from the warm-up, the tap, 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 tap on the hi-hat. So I'm going to use 2 fingers and just watch this, and then you're going to have a go. That's the speed we want it. Tap, 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 tap. So I'm going to hit record, wait for 4, and then press with 2 fingers on the hi-hat. Let's give it a go. Sometimes you have to do things you don't want to. Sometimes you have to face reality. So we're now going to add in the other drums, the boots and the cats, but we're going to do it in a different way via the edit menu. So just watch carefully. I'm going to swipe down at the top here, and I'm going to solo the drums, so it's the only sound we can hear. So I swipe out and press the headphones to solo it. I'll just show you that swiping motion again. So start there, swipe down. And now I'm going to highlight the clip by touching once, touch again, and press edit to open the edit menu. You can see that this grid looks a bit like the one we did in the warm-up. If it doesn't look like this, don't worry, we can change it in a minute. It's in fact a type of score, a graphic representation of music. You can see down the left hand side we've got all the different drums and different ways you can hit them, and on the top we've got time, the 2 bars going across. So the first thing we're going to do is add our boots, our cats and our tom, and then we're going to be creative and add different sounds according to what sounds good to us. So we need to switch on the edit menu up there, and now we can add new instruments. So we've got the bass drum there, that's the boots, and you can see we've got 2 bars, so I need to do each one twice. The first bar is the first where it says 1 at the top, and the second bar obviously is the second. So I'm now going to add the cats, and I'm going to do that on the snare, so you can have a listen to the different sounds and choose the one that you want. Here's the first snare sound, or second one, or third one. So I'm going to go with the second, and I'm going to put it in both bars. And you can also drag and move them like that. So I've got my boots and my cats, and now I need the tom on the low tom. But obviously you can choose where you want to do it. This basic pattern accentuates, i.e. puts an accent on, the strong beats. Beats 1 and 3. But we can now get creative with the rest of the beats. Let's have a listen. So now I'm starting to take beats away and add different beats. Resist the temptation to put in loads of beats. The more beats you have, the less important each beat is, and eventually it just becomes a big mush. So remember, less is more. Okay, have a go. Now let's listen to our beat alongside our lyrics. So press done in the top right and go back to the live loops grid by pressing that button up there. Let's have a listen to how our beat sounds.
Day on a boat.
Does it fit? I think so.
To Castleford, Scotland. Better buy a coat.
So for me, less was more and everything fits together nicely. If yours doesn't, try altering your drum beats, or you could try altering your lyrics. Our last task in this lesson is to choose the kind of drum kit we want. So start the drum loop, and then open the drum instrument. So I'll do it first.
Goodbye Ecuador, leaving today on a boat. To Castleford, Scotland. Better buy a coat. Goodbye Ecuador.
So you can see each drum kit doesn't just look different, it's got a different timbre, a different quality of sound. So spend a minute or two choosing a sound that really works for you.
Nicely done. Next week we'll be creating melodies, the tunes. So listen carefully to the melodies in any songs that come your way and don't be shy to sing along. I'm blue, dab and dee dab and dab.